I don't think I've had a friend that gave me gifts when they turned 16. But that all changes today because I got a box here for me to open to celebrate Missouri Star's 16th birthday. And you know what? I'm here for it. Hey friends, welcome back to my sewing room. My name is Becca, and if you've not seen me before, I like to create quilting content over on YouTube. So I'm super excited that you're here with me to see what's inside the box. If you like the content at any point during this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a little subscribe button down below. Let's get into the box and see what they've sent to us. So here's the box. I've got my box cutter. And now it's time to open her up. Ooh, lots of goodies! Okay, let's go through all these items one at a time. First, we have 3 wonderful spools of this 100% cotton 50 weight thread. There's 500 yards on each one of these spools, and the color for all 3 of these is plum. This is a lovely purple thread that I know I have at least a couple of friends who would love. Next, we also have 5 spools of just like this neutrals or basic pack. There's 2 cream colors on the sides, a gray, a beige, and a black. And the color numbers are on the bottom if you're interested. These spools also have 500 yards of 100% cotton 50 weight thread. So altogether, I've got 8 spools of thread. This is a Kona cotton jelly roll, and it is all white fabric. If you don't know what a jelly roll is, it is essentially a bunch of strips of fabric that measure 2.5 inches wide by the width of the fabric, so going from one selvage to the other, which is generally about 40 inches or so. Normally, a jelly roll comes with either 40 or 42 pieces of fabric in it. This is a Kona Cotton's solids jelly roll. There are 40 pieces in here. I love a white jelly roll because sometimes you might be making a quilt that calls for 2.5 inch strips or 2.5 inch by something for your background fabric. And this comes in handy because all of the fabric is already cut down to 2.5 inches. You already have your strips out of your yardage cut essentially, and you can just subcut these into whatever you need. If you've not been around my channel before, let me just tell you, I love batiks. So it should be no surprise that I'm in love with this jelly roll package. Take a look at this. We have an Island Batik jelly roll. They're called Tranquil Batiks. There are 20 fabric designs, 40 pieces, each measuring 2.5 inch by width of fabric. 100% cotton batik fabric from Bali. I love the color palette here. I'm not so in love with the yellows, but those yellows work well in this overall scheme. And if you paired it with this white jelly roll, oh, the things you could do. This next item, I'll be honest, I'm a little excited, but also a little meh about. So if you've been around my channel for a minute, you know I almost exclusively use the Martelli rotary cutter. This is a rotary cutter that I find to be very ergonomic and very comfortable to cut fabric with, either sitting, standing, or doing whatever. Honestly, the hand that holds the ruler usually tires out before the hand that's doing the cutting. However, not everybody loves that. And for that reason, I am really excited about this next item. We have a Missouri Star branded stick rotary cutter, as well as a package of refill blades. This is a 5-pack of 45mm Missouri Star rotary blades. And if you look closely enough, you can see the Missouri Star logo on there. And it does say that this fits all rotary blade handles. So maybe it would even fit in my Martelli rotary cutter. Now, the Missouri Star rotary cutter comes in this really cute little carrying pouch. And when I go inside, I want to be careful not to cut myself. You can pull it out and you'll see that the colors on this are actually really pretty. It's good for right-handed or left-handed. To expose the blade, you're just going to pull this notch back. It's going to pull the blade protector back out of the way so that you can do some cutting with your rotary blade. And then to cover it back up, you just put this in place. And then you're just going to use these screws to loosen them when it's time to change out that blade. Now, this did come shipped with a little plastic sleeve on top of there, probably just to keep the oil on the blade so that it's all working nicely. And this pouch is not cheap plastic. This is like a vinyl pouch that is great for a carrying case for this stick rotary cutter. If I can get it back down in there. What is it caught up on? I don't know. But there it goes. It's in now. I'll be honest, one of the things that I'm excited about for this rotary cutter isn't just having it available for friends that visit who don't want to use the Martelli cutter. It's also traveling. The Martelli rotary cutter is great, but traveling with it, well, it's not as convenient as this. It doesn't fit down as nicely into my toolbox as this will. So I'm really excited to have this for guests to use in my sewing room, but also to put in my travel sewing notion box so that I can take it with me to retreats. Now, this last item in here is my favorite item, and let me tell you why. So I am a quilter that when I get dressed in the morning, I work periodically throughout my day in the sewing room. And so that means I'll come in here, work on a little bit, and then run some errands or go out to eat or do something. And that means that I have turned into a thread magnet. And so I'm often seen out and about with all sorts of strings attached. Now, I know I can use a lint roller or something to get those off of me. Sure, I just never remember to do that, and I end up picking them off one at a time. I also know that I could make myself an apron, but the problem with the apron is I always feel like it's pulling down on my neck, and I don't like that feeling of the fabric behind my neck. But this one's a little different. Let me show you. First off, the apron is almost like half size. It only hits where the bottom of my shirt hits, which means when I'm wearing it and sitting down, I'm not sitting on the apron. And so it's not adding that extra weight around the back of my neck. Also, this apron is super cute because we've got the Missouri Star logo embroidered right up here, and then Jenny's famous signature is embroidered on there as well. At the bottom of the apron, we have these 3 very spacious pockets to put all sorts of goodies in. And I'm going to tell you, I am here for it. I also notice that the neck strap is adjustable. So if you're having a problem where it's pulling down in the back of your neck, you can make this neck strap a bit larger. But none of this is going to sell you on it until you see it, because look how cute this apron is. I am so in love with this apron. It's the thing that I didn't know I needed. It's the right length, it's the right width, and I'm sitting here in my sewing chair and it's not pulling on the back of my neck, nor am I sitting on the edges of the apron. It's the perfect size for what I need when I'm in my sewing room working on all of my quilty projects. I think I'm probably going to be wearing this when I'm working in here a whole lot more. In fact, you may have already seen me wearing this on some videos. I want to say a special thank you and happy birthday to Missouri Star. Happy Sweet 16. Thank you for sharing your birthday celebration with me and sending this box of goodies. I am super excited to have all of these. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!